Hello everyone, my name is Mayumi, or people call me May. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you here to participate. It's all about magnesium. Are you taking the right form of magnesium for your body? Thank you so much again. And as a little bonus, I'm going to give you a handout of the workshop so you'll be able to take the first step, what you should look at in choosing the right form of magnesium from today. So please don't worry about taking a note because at the end of the day, I will tell you how to get the copy. So stay until the end. Before we go any further, I'll just let you know that I'll put this all information together from different trust companies, which I use and prescribe on a daily basis. Those companies respect the evidence-based research and have a great validation and offer the efficacy of the product. So I feel safe and confident to prescribe those products from those companies, and names are Metagenics, Bioconcept, Design for Health, and Biomedica, respectively. So upon a request, I can provide you the reference from them as well if you wanted to find out more. So we're moving along. I want to talk about myself a little bit. So I again, say it again, my name is Mayumi or May. I come from Japan and I've been living in beautiful Cairns, far north Queensland for over 20 years. And through tough experiences over the years, such as infertility, broken marriage, and depression, I was always seeking some strategies to become more resilient to obstacles in life. We can't stop everything coming, right? Then I met naturopathy, meditation, Reiki, Ayurvedic and Tibetan medicine philosophy, which helped me tremendously, and I became who I am today, having a passion to help and empower people and feel healthier physically, mentally, and emotionally. My current special interest to help people burn excess fat so that they'll feel calm, empowered, and confident. My signature program is Shake It 8-week program to get in touch with my client every single week to encourage and coach them to achieve their goals. And I have successfully helped people over the past few years. I create the Facebook Ikigai Living with a Purpose. It's to foster healthy minds, feel confident, and live with joy and support for each other. And it is also the core principle of 8-week weight management program, as well as life philosophy, applies my entire naturopathic practice. So we are moving on and we will get started, shall we? So you will get the information from the webinar today. What compromise absorption of magnesium and what initial steps do you need to take before seeing health professionals? And foods magnesium rich and how to incorporate them into your good nutrition routine. Types of magnesium and how to distinguish for your what purpose. And take home handout for your information. Now, it is great to understand The basic characteristic of magnesium. What is the one so wonderful about this mineral, magnesium? So this mighty mineral found abundantly in the human body performs hundreds of biochemical reactions. Every single cell in your body contains it and needs it to function. Most of your magnesium is stored in your bones, with the rest of it in your muscles, soft tissues, and fluids. Some magnesium is involved in a vast array of physiological processes. Maintaining healthy levels of these minerals is important for health. And low intake of magnesium in general deficiency can reduce your body's ability to deal with the stress and increase the risk of illness such as diabetics, osteoporosis, asthma, fibromyalgia, migraine, and cardiovascular disease, fatigue, and electrolyte imbalances. But first, we need to understand why magnesium is so important, right? Did you know that magnesium regulates so many fundamental bodily functions? And then, for example, contraction and relaxation of your muscles, sending and receiving nerve signals, regulating your blood pressure, and aiding blood sugar regulation, reproduction and hormonal balances, and many more. And magnesium is one of the key nutrients I use for the weight management program. And because good for metabolic imbalances, increased energy production, and quite often one of the common symptoms, the fatigue and low energy, therefore they struggle to burn fat. But missing magnesium, what will happen then? So some of the lifestyle factors can deplete the magnesium and store in the body. And I'll show you the example. Surprise. So I jumped the slide, excuse me. So the first one is the diet high in processed food, no vegetables, and trans fat. All this heavily processed food and antidepressants, proton pumping inhibitors, such as Magnesium, for example, agricultural practice repeated at same crops and depletes the soil. And then demineralized water, stress, surprise, surprise. And then blood sugar regulation, increase the metabolic demands, heavy metal exposure, alcohol, coffee, and contraceptive pills. So it's probably no surprise for you what is not really good for you and what depletes your magnesium level in your body. But let's look at the food source now. Now, as a naturopath, I always tell my clients and patients that having a good nutrition is a fundamental practice to keep us healthy. I'm sure you agree. I hope you agree. Food is a medicine, so it is important to receive the nutrients from the food that you eat every day. So I put some of the ideal meal, what it looked like, just image what naturopaths will recommend healthy diets, and then contain the high magnesium. So food that are magnesium rich from the last slide, make sure to aim for the whole food concept. For example, green vegetables and salad lightly steamed and lean protein, garnished with some nuts and seeds, and avocado enhance the magnesium absorption. I always love a simple approach so that we can implement better and make it easier habitual routine. So consistency and be persistent as it also another important practice to be healthy. Some of the nutrients can assist uptake of magnesium in your body. For example, vitamin D, high in eggs. Vitamin D are magnesium closest companion. They're the best friends because stimulating its intestinal absorption. And also at the same time, the vitamin D requires magnesium to be converted in its active form, so they needed each other. It's amazing. Vitamin B6, which is high in animal source protein, just also banana, the plant-based, and some legumes, increases the accumulation of magnesium in your cells. So vitamin B6 deficiency can lead to negative magnesium balance by increasing its elimination. So those other vitamins and minerals, not just magnesium, combine together, enhance the absorption. So that's one of the reasons why food is medicine, because we can put different elements together, healthy elements together. Next slide. Master magnesium. Now, it is important to know what is the optimal daily doses for your needs, and this can be varied for individuals. The Australian government has a specific set form recommendation known as nutrients reference values for nutritional intake based on currently available scientific knowledge. The recommended daily intake set by the nutrient reference values are supported by the Australian National Health Medical Research and are widely used by practitioners and clinical practice guidelines. So we actually use based on that. But how much magnesium do we need? That's an important question, right? That's one of the reasons you wanted to watch this session. Oftentimes, some people have higher demands of magnesium, especially in modern lifestyle, modern diet, high stress. It often requires higher dose of magnesium. The general supplementary range is 300 to 800 milligrams a day. Magnesium is usually well tolerated by most people. However, unabsorbed magnesium can result in temporary gastrointestinal symptoms such as diarrhea. Dosage recommendation may depend on an individual gastrointestinal tolerance. Some people may require dose below 400 milligrams daily if they experience symptoms. Doses above 400 milligrams should be taken in divided doses and under the guideline of your qualified health care practitioner, which I do often, and sometimes I go very slow and I even try to do topical form to start with, but that's a rare case, but some people are very sensitive. So, for example, Epsom salt and magnesium flake chloride, for example, I sometimes tell some of my clients to use topically to start with. We'll get to that in a minute. Next slide is about the recommended doses for age, gender. So when you look at the total load to the kids, children early teenager, of course a bit lower than us. But when you look at 14 and above, is pretty much same as adult, and even higher than a female adult. But that's depending on the condition they are dealing with, and depending on the case. And this is again the general guideline. May not necessarily the spot on dosage for you. Next one is maintain your magic with magnesium. Isn't that lovely? So why magnesium is essential for maintaining good health in all individuals? Studies have highlighted its therapeutic benefits in several specific areas, including sports, headache, sleep, PMS, fertility, and pregnancy and lactation. So probably is going to talk about a couple of things, which is pretty common. Headaches and perhaps sleep. It's really, really common nowadays. So sleep. Studies have shown that magnesium supplementation can help people fall in a state asleep, reduce restless leg syndrome, and improve concentration in older people. How wonderful. And headache studies have found the migraine sufferers tend to have a lower level of magnesium than those who don't get headaches. Regular magnesium supplementation have shown to be effective in headache prevention, including menstrual migraine. That can be horrible. So any other information, the rest you can check the handout. The next is absorption. Which form? That's right. That's why you are here, right? So now we are getting to the point of the webinar. What form and absorption, right? I believe this is the reason why people are keen to take this webinar or attend the webinar. Yes, in fact, it is very important to know which form of magnesium supplement that you have been taking, and it is depending on what health challenges you are trying to combat or improve. So let's get to it, right? So that's the type of magnesium. Brief picture of the magnesium. This slide shows a brief information on different types. And you will see quite often the supermarket or pharmacy, and probably reflecting on the price as well. And unfortunately, the cheaper version of magnesium supplement is the insoluble, insoluble inorganic salt. And I'm sure that some of you are familiar with having a digestive discomfort, such as diarrhea. Have you got experience with it before? So the organic salt include oxide, carbonates, sulfates, and chloride. And those are lower bioavailability and potentially can lower the absorption in your body. The next is selecting superior form of magnesium. So you understand that in organic salt, carbonate, sulfate, hydroxide, chloride, those in organic salt type of magnesium is not so bioavailable. Some people treat it as for the constipation, but that's not about this webinar today. It's about the absorption. So it's important to find the right form for your body so you can absorb better. Your body can absorb better to improve your health. So before we go into the verdict, I want to talk quickly about magnesium, and they love water. The basic science: the magnesium is a type of hydrophilic material and binds with the water very easily. For example, magnesium citrate have demonstrated superior bioavailability. However, the hydrated magnesium is unable to become absorbed in the large amount in the bloodstream. And then maybe this is the reason why some of the magnesium can cause diarrhea due to the natural character. And now start thinking, when mate's going to tell you, or which form is really good, right? We'll get to that finally. So in my naturopathic practice, I often use this form, magnesium, and it is the chelate form, as you see on the slide. The reason for this is that the chelate form is more tolerable with the stomach acid and gets absorbed by intestine, and the last nutrients get absorbed by intestine. Nowadays, many people prone to have digestive function challenge, such as celiac probably, example, leaky gut, irritable bowel syndromes, and or other different type of digestive health challenge. And those people are already compromised digestion and potentially hard for them to absorb the good nutrients. So what we can do is enhance to make it easier for the body to absorb so that we can speed up the healing process, or I would say better healing process, because the body absorbs better, therefore improves faster or better. So final answer. I'd like to back to the naturopathic philosophy. Since I was students, naturopathic students, and it is always back of my mind to make sure follow the naturopathic philosophy. And I'm sure all the naturopaths and natural medicine practitioners agree with me. So the do no harm, we always do no harm with the client and patient. Treat the whole person holistically, not just one symptom, and manage this symptom. And then we find the underlying cause. What is causing this problem? What is causing the health challenge? And then we educate them and empower them. And then lastly, the prevention. We always emphasize the prevention, because if we go for prevention, we can inhibit or prevent the disease to progress further. So I always follow the philosophy. But I would like to put some of my, based on the research, of course, based on all the trusted resources from these companies, the rich to chelate form of magnesium is probably the most suitable for majority of people. However, it is always more beneficial to find out the underlying cause, which I mentioned before with the philosophy. Then find the right form magnesium is the best to go. For example, there is a wonderful formulation for menopausal female, look after the joint health, and perhaps lots of information going on. The health, the body, perhaps gout, for example, that's a typical form of the inflammation in the body, not clean diet, heat, hot flash. Those kind of clients and patients, I tend to use magnesium citrate, because this particular formula I use It's got beautiful other alkalizing minerals and vitamins, and for example, the potassium, calcium citrate, and of course vitamin C, and then K2. And K2s are also great nutrients for the bone health. And menopausal female usually often have great consideration of the bone density, for example. And then combined with the vitamin D, for example, go outside the natural D, vitamin D from sun, or perhaps supplementation depending on the vitamin D level. Those kind of formula help them tremendously. But this type of magnesium, for example, is a citrate form, not chelate form. So again, the previous slide, what I say, telling you before is to find out underlying cause is very, very important. So it is dependent on what you're experiencing and what you want to improve as well. My recommendation is to do your research if you have time. Otherwise, I suggest to seek the help from health professionals like myself, who continuously update information and educate and achieve the best outcome for clients and patients. Whether you decided to go do your own research and then purchase supplementation with your responsibility, or seek help from the health professional, please treat it as your investment towards your optimal health. You also need to think that the investment of your time and the money is worth it. The more you put effort to your health, the better outcome will be. You have to remember this. And this is something that I want you to keep in your mind. If you think about your health, healing can take time. And often natural medicine play a great role in supporting our health holistically, but people often misunderstand about magical treatment and feel better, fantastic next day. If the condition was stay in the body, in the system, in your system for chronically, for a long time, can you expect the magic to happen the next day? No, I don't think so. So I want you to really think about your health, and it might take time. And please remember to look after your overall health, not just the physical elements, the pain, digestive discomfort, or other, unwanted, unpresent health, physical problem, but also you need to keep in your mind to look after your mental and emotional health as well. And if I can be your assistant in the future, I'll be very delighted to work with you as a team. Ta-da! So this is the end of the information session on magnesium. I hope the information help you to understand better about the magnesium, so you can take the first step to looking after your health in an optimal way. And if you would like to get in touch with me to have a free 15 minutes discovery call, so we can have a chat one-on-one and discuss about your concerns, how can I help you? And I'll be very, very happy to do that. So you can contact me at info@purejoynaturopathy.com.au. Also, you can follow me and like on my Facebook page, Pure Joy Naturopathy. I also have a website under the same name, Pure Joy Naturopathy, and also I do have an Instagram page as well. Thank you again for your participation. I really appreciate you spend time with me today. Thank you and goodbye.